Good evening, everyone. It is now 6:31 p.m. and I will call the regular meeting of the Village of Homer Planning Board to order.
No, you're going to open the public hearing.
All right. The first order of business is to be a public hearing on, and we're going to do applicant of Carrie and Scott Field, property location 7 Albany Street. Joan, will you read the legal notice, please?
Yes. Notice is hereby given that the Village of Homer Planning Board will meet via remote conferencing on June 14th, 6:30 p.m. to consider the following requests pursuant to the current Village of Homer Code of Ordinances. Public hearing number 1 will be DM3 of Cortland LLC located at 18 North Main Street, tax map parcel number 66.74-01-24.000 is proposing a subdivision. Number 2, Carrie and Scott Field located at 7 Albany Street, tax map parcel number 76.27-01-21.000 is proposing a subdivision. Pursuant to Governor Cuomo's Executive Order 202.1, suspending the open meetings law 1, the Village of Homer Planning Board meeting will be closed to in-person attendance by the public until further notice. In the absence of public comment, we encourage residents to request a Zoom link by contacting Tanya DeGenero at the village offices 607-749-3322 or by emailing tgenero@homernewyork.org. Individuals may also watch the public hearing at the Village of Homer's YouTube channel. Please include in your email if you would like to participate directly in the remote conference. The above applications are open to inspection at the village offices. We encourage you to email, call the village office, or mail all of your communication needs before said ZBA should be planning board meeting. It's signed Tanya DeGenero, Village Treasurer. It was published in the Cortland Standard. Proof of publication's been placed on file for the record. There you go.
Okay. Joan, there was, as Mrs. Field pointed out, there was an error that they reside at 5 Albany Street and they're looking to purchase property from 7 Albany Street.
It's correct on the application. It's just
Right,
incorrect on the notice.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Field, would you like to present to the board what your plan is?
So what our plan is, we've been engaging in conversations with our next door neighbor, CEC Rentals. The lot next to us is a three resident rental property, and it is a double lot. Our particular 5 Albany Street lot is we're kind of landlocked right now, so access to the back half of our property is very difficult when it comes to maintenance, tree removal, or anything of that nature. So we are we've been engaged with conversations with him to purchase the back half of the next door neighbor's property and just a 20-foot flagpole to provide access to the back of my property. That's essentially the gist of it. It's really more we're not planning on any building or anything like that back there. We just want to actually leave it natural, kind of clean it up a little bit.
Any board members have any questions?
No, it looks good to me, but I don't quite understand the drawing or survey that was submitted to us. Because this is their property. Can you see what I'm pointing to here? I don't know.
The yellow 0.43 acres is their property.
right over here. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yes.
and this is dark line that goes like this.
It's because that's a different tax map.
Right. Okay. So this
So-
is the 0.29 acres here. And of course, that dark line keeps going like this. So what's the delineation of this 0.29 acres? Is it this square here behind the house, right tight?
I can't tell what do you have a highlighted, well, it's kind of
No.
the dark, or it's gray. I don't know if you can see ours.
Yeah, I never seen that. Yes, okay.
Okay, so we are on, so it'll have a number 54 in the center. That's us at 5 Albany.
Right, right.
Then to the left, it looks like on my side, there's that flag lot is part of the neighboring parcel. We want that whole yellow portion is what we want to purchase that flag, this section here.
And that includes that yellow driveway access to the.
Yes.
yes,
Which is on the east side, right?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Right, okay, and in the white area that's remaining, that is the house and their property.
Yes,
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
There was once a thing I thought I heard that you have to have 2 entrances to a property required some kind of something. Do you ever hear that? Anybody on who would know who's on now, that if that's the case? People have come to us to request 2 accesses to a property, and that was required some special edict. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything of that. The question that just comes up to me now, I'm halfway familiar with the area. My question is, does CEC Rentals, are they going to own property to the east of that driveway that you're putting in, that 20-foot?
No.
No? Okay. So that 60-foot, is that the,
That's the next
That's a
property.
neighboring parcel.
okay. And then 80, I don't have enough of the map here, the 85 feet frontage, that the machine shop?
Yes, that is. And
Okay.
then there's the tie-off Neoga.
I don't remember how much frontage the machine shop had. I used to own
Yeah,
that.
I don't know, and I don't think I have the whole
Okay.
thing.
I guess that I don't have a problem with a secondary access, because really there is no other way to get a secondary access to the back of your property.
Right.
And so if anybody else has a problem or any questions, I don't know. Dante, do you have any idea that, or have you ever heard anything that you could not have a second access to the same parcel?
Well, are you talking about 2 driveways? A lot of issues have come up with second driveways in the village. I don't know if that's something that you might have heard, Mike.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking
Yes,
about?
yeah, it's sort of, some memory tells me about having 2 driveways. That's what this basically is.
Kind
It
of.
is, but, I mean, we weren't necessarily planning on like putting in a full driveway to get back there. I just want to be able to have property access. It would be nice if I was able to put a driveway in, but if that's the deal breaker, then obviously we could, we just want to have right of way access to get back there really for maintenance. And I'm not planning on parking anything back there for any long periods of time or anything, because we have a pretty nice backyard. It's just right now, even to get a trailer or anything back, for even when we have to haul stuff down to the compost pile, it's really difficult, because we just have we have our short strip driveway, and then a little small space in between our house and the garage to get to the back.
So
Sounds like a real
to your
improvement.
question, Mike, there is a prohibition on more than 1 driveway per parcel, if that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think this whole thing is a positive thing, so I'm not looking for a hurdle. By the way, is there a curb cut there where that new entrance would be? Is there a curb cut?
Uh,
I think that would be part of the definition of a driveway. So if there's no curb cut, it's a regular curb and your land just goes there and you're gonna hop the curb, I don't think of that as a driveway.
Okay.
I mean, in order to have access back there, I probably would want to, on that 20-foot piece, to do some, put some fill in there just to smooth it off, because it's a really kind of a steep incline right at the very beginning, but that would really not be much of a, and it actually would probably make it look a little bit better over there.
Don, can I say something?
Sure.
Oops. So I just wanted to make sure, clarify that you guys are not going to build anything. I have no problem with it. They maintain the house.
That Ashley speaking?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I see it. You're no picture today.
No picture tonight.
Go
So I
ahead.
just wanted to ask the Fields to clarify that they're not going to build anything on there.
No,
No.
Okay,
we're just
perfect.
gonna clean it up and actually, this will prevent anything from ever being put there too for ourselves.
Perfect. Don, I see no problem. They have done a beautiful job with their house, and I think it'll be fine.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any other comments? There being no other comments, I will close the hearing on this property and open a public hearing on the,
Did you ask for public comments, Don?
yes,
Okay, I
Any
know you
other
asked for comments, but I thought
well,
maybe.
anybody else.
Okay,
There is no public, apparently.
okay.
We'll close that hearing and now open the hearing for the subdivision by DM3 for property at 18 North Main Street. Mr. Casulo, I believe, is here to represent DM3.
Thanks, Mr. Ferris. I'm Fran Casulo. I am, DM3 is Dan McNeil's LLC that he's using in his Homer development. I'm his attorney and his legal representative. And what we're asking to do is to subdivide 18 North Main, where we keep the house on North Main, and then the vacant lot on Maple would be another lot. That's what he would like to do. If there's any questions, I could try to answer them if there are any.
Hi, Fran. This is Jessica. I'm just, how are you?
Good.
So I'm wondering if there is a plan to put a structure on that property, or,
I can tell you this, Jessica. You're talking about the Maple Avenue property.
yes.
Is there a plan right now? To my knowledge, no. I will tell you this, most of Dan's focus has been across the street of North Main Street. I would know, but do I know, is there imminent coming plans to come before a board Homer for a structure on Maple Ave? No.
Okay, because that's just a green space right now, correct?
It's a vacant 2.453 acre piece of land. This just gives Dan some options in the future. And again, as I said, his focus has been more across the street on North Main Street, on the other side of North Main Street.
Okay. That was the only question I had.
Any other questions, comments?
Don, I have a question. Fran, what's the reason to subdivide the two spaces?
I think what Dan is thinking, the option would give him right now is that the house is essentially the house with, it's about 0.89 acres. And then Dan would be thinking maybe down the road to do maybe something with that vacant lot. Whether or not he does it this year or next year, if he gets approval, I don't know. But it just gives him more options. Right now, that lot is just vacant to the house, and it really isn't doing much for the house or him at this point, as he tries to do things to develop on that North Main Street corridor up there within the confines. It's in the historical district, and he's really cognizant of that fact as well. But that's what his idea is. If it was Ashley, I think it was Ashley.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Does that help?
Yes, that does help. So Don, would they have to come back to us, say they did want to build a structure on that property?
Yes, anything to happen on that property. I guess it's, I think it might qualify for a PDD or Planned Development District.
And
I'm not sure if it,
not to interrupt Don, and Ashley and the other board members, we're well aware if Dan decides to do any development on that lot, that we would have to come back to the village, probably the county as well.
So,
Awesome, thank you.
so I have a follow-up question, based off what Ashley stated. So if it were a development, he'd need to come back, but what if he decided to put a parking lot there?
He's not,
Is that,
Jessica, let me tell you this. As well as I know Dan and what's Dan doing across the street on North Main Street.
oh, I know, it's beautiful. He's
Last
doing a
thing-
great job, but
Last
just,
thing Dan is going to do to the village residents of the Village of Homer is put a parking lot on that 2.453 with absolutely nothing else there, just a parking lot. Dan's not going to do that.
okay,
You have my word on that. And I think I
Okay.
can speak for Dan. Dan's not
All right.
just going to put a parking lot there.
all right, thank you, Fran.
You're welcome.
Fran, that is kind of a strange piece of property. It's got probably a 10-foot strip that runs behind 4 properties on Elm Ave and at least 2 on Clinton.
Yep. That's why, yeah, Don, if you don't mind, that's why we want to keep that 10-foot strip with the Maple Ave property, because Dan wants to do what's right with that strip, and he'd have control over that strip, so that he's really cognizant of the neighbors there and wants to do what's right. And that's why he wants that 10-foot strip staying with the vacant land.
Okay. I don't really have any questions, and apparently the neighbors have all been notified that this is in the works, and nobody bothered to attend the meeting tonight. That doesn't mean we would absolve ourselves of asking any questions, but apparently the neighbors don't have any questions. So if the public, if we have any comments or questions from the public? There being none, I will close the public hearing on the subdivision for DM3 of Cortland LLC. Now, we will go into the regular meeting, and we'll take up let's take up the subdivision for Field on Albany Street. We have gotten back a comment from County Planning. Where is it? Here. County Planning sent it on April 22nd. Said it has no state or county impact. And so County Planning is not, the County Planning Board is not reviewing it. So it's all up for local determination. I am going to suggest that if we are going to approve this subdivision, that we put a stipulation that the subdivided piece be consolidated, that'll be a consolidated deed be prepared, including both of those properties together. So that we don't have, so that we have not created a lot with 20 feet of frontage and 0.29 acres, which would be a substandard lot. Anybody have any questions or comments about that?
It sounds good to me.
That's what we
Village
were
attorney-
planning on
village
doing.
attorney? Is that what we should be doing, Mr. Armidio?
No.
Yeah, Don, I'm glad you brought that up, but it was also a condition that the applicants themselves wanted to do, but I suggest you put a time limit on that conveyance. The standard one is 180 days. That should give them plenty of time to transfer that lot. And then just procedurally, you know, you're gonna have to sign, and then the applicants themselves are gonna have to file that plat with the county once it's been fully signed off on, if that's the planning board's decision.
Okay, and is this an unlisted action?
Yes.
You're gonna have to go through seeker, yeah, once you get to that. It's not something that requires anything significant, but you should do a short form.
A SEAF 2,
The short form,
short form 2, SEAF, SEAF, short environment,
part two. Well,
part 2. Right. Okay. We had no other comments, apparently.
you want to go through the short form right now?
Sure enough. Let me get one out in front of me, Joan, just so that I can mark it up and then I can sign it and turn it in.
Yes.
Paper. Okay. You read them off, please, Joan?
Yes, I will. And the choices are in your answers. The one box is no, the first one is no or small impact may occur. And the other choice you have is moderate to large impact. So number one is, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations?
No.
No.
Everybody know? Number two, will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of the land?
No.
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 And number three, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
No.
No.
Number four, will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a CEA? You don't have a critical environmental area, right?
No.
So that's automatically no. Number five, will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkways?
No.
No.
Number six, will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
No.
Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies?
No.
No.
Public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
No.
Number eight, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
No.
Number nine, will the proposed action result in adverse change to natural resources like wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, flora, or fauna?
No,
Okay, number 10. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
no,
And the last one, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
no.
Okay, you're all no, so that means that you have checked the second box on there. Because you've determined that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental impacts. It requires a motion for a negative declaration.
I move so that it's a negative declaration.
Okay,
I'll second that, Mike.
okay.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 That everybody? Okay.
Joan, this is Jessica. Can you just reflect that I'm abstaining from this? That I didn't vote?
Yes.
Thanks.
All right, that's done, Don.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the subdivision as requested with the stipulation that the consolidated deed, that the deal be completed and the transfer be completed and a consolidated deed be prepared within 180 days from today.
I so move.
I'll
Do I
make
have
a
a second?
Yes, I'll make,
Ashley, second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. We have Jessica abstaining again.
Sorry, yes.
Okay, so Paula, Ashley, Mike, and Donald.
That,
Motion is carried. We go to item 2.
Thank you.
Thank you. We go to the DM3 subdivision. We've heard the presentation from Mr. Casulo. Anybody else have any questions or any other comments? Okay, we need to do a short form. This is also unlisted. Am I correct, Mr. Amidio?
Yeah, it's the exact same action. It's a minor subdivision in both cases, so correct.
Mr. Ferris, just for the record, I just want to note that we tendered a part 1 of the seeker. I hope you and the board members have it. We did tender the part 1 for your review to help you with the part 2. Okay.
Yeah, I have the part 1 here, and I've looked that over. And nothing jumps out as, no red flags.
are you ready, Mr. Chairman?
I am ready.
This is part 2 of the short environmental assessment form. Number 1, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations?
No.
No. No.
No,
Number 2, will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land?
No.
no,
No.
No.
Number 3, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
no,
No.
No.
Number 4, will the proposed action at your critical environmental area? That is not a critical environmental area, right?
right.
No.
No.
Number 5, will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkways?
No,
No.
No.
Number 6, will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
no,
No.
Number 7, will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies?
no,
No.
Public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
No,
no,
No.
Number 8, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources?
no,
no,
Nope.
Number 9, will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources like wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, air quality, birds, and bees?
no,
No.
Number 10, will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problem?
no,
no,
Nope.
And the last one, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
no.
no,
No.
Okay, this would be the same second box, and you need a motion for a negative declaration.
I so move.
Mike? Second,
Or Don?
all the seconds, okay.
Oh, Don, it was Ashley.
Ashley seconded, okay. All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Except, oh no, Jessica's not abstaining on this one. Okay,
Nope.
gotcha.
Motion is carried. For a negative declaration. All right, now entertain a motion to approve the subdivision of 18 North Main Street as presented.
we'll all jump in there at the same time. I got no problem making the motion, but I don't have to be the only one. I so move.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
Okay,
It's just,
I'll second it.
thank you, Mike.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
Motion
you.
is carried.
Mr. Chairman, we owe you a better map, so I'll get you a better map now that the subdivision's been approved. We'll get you a better updated map.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Next item on our agenda is approval of minutes of the May 10th meeting.
That's an error. You never approved the April minutes.
We did not approve the April minute. I thought we did though.
No, because at the time you had just gotten them and you did not have time to read them.
Okay.
So you've got 2 to approve.
Okay, let's take up the April minutes first. April, what was that, 12th? Anyway. Well, motion to approve the minutes of the April meeting. We got Jessica?
I haven't seen them, so I apologize. I'm looking for them right now. Did we get them back after we requested some edits?
You got them, yeah, it was just a change in the clarification in the motion, I think.
Okay, and Joan, did you send them?
Yeah. I think-
Okay, I'm looking for them. I see them.
I don't believe I was at that meeting. What was the clarification?
The reason for the denial of the site plan.
Action number 10 was revised because we went back and looked at the video. So, and that was the Stephen Camp The planning board denies approval of the site plan for the proposed Dollar General store due to the location of the driveway. They wanted to make, your board wanted to make sure that was in the motion, the reason for denying it.
So we have a motion to approve.
And I'll make a motion to approve the minutes in April.
Okay, Ashley, second.
I'll second. Sorry.
Paula, second. Okay, all
Dylan,
in
what's
favor?
your understanding if somebody was not at the meeting, can they vote on the
No.
minutes?
No,
Okay. So we got Ashley and Jessica, Ashley moved, Jessica seconded.
yep.
Paula seconded.
Jessica, yes,
I'm sorry, Don, I didn't hear you.
are you an aye?
Yes, sorry.
And I'll vote aye. And Michael is out in the cold because he wasn't here.
Yep.
Mike was
sad.
absent.
Okay. A motion now to approve the minutes of the May 10th meeting. Do we,
That was it. Now you're going to, May 12th. Is it May 12th or May 10th?
it says May 10th on my,
Okay. you're
I
right.
don't,
It's May 10th.
May 10th, okay.
That's the one where you postponed both of the things you heard tonight.
Okay. I have a motion, please.
I
I'll
motion.
I got two.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Paula and motion, Jessica second. All in
Yep.
favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ashley, Mike, were you there on May 10th?
No, I was in Rochester.
Okay. Okay. Meeting schedule changes.
Hey, Don,
Yes,
I've been trying to get on. I'm sorry. I sent the court cases before and Dante verified it. You can vote if you were not there. And Dante actually verified it and set it to this at the very beginning when I did this back in October. So if he wants to vote, he actually can.
No, we don't have to go back and do that one over. So in the future, I'll pay attention more to the meetings I missed and if I have any reason not to approve them. I can't imagine a reason. You're not there, you can't have an opinion.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
could.
it's because boards are supposed to be able to continue and and a lot of times people come and go. So I sent the court cases. So if you ever want them again, I can send them back out to you guys.
Okay. All right. Now, next we're talking about meeting schedule changes. We do have a special meeting this month to discuss, what was it? Origins on their site plan review on 281. That's for, what's the date on it? The
Wednesday, the 23rd.
The 23rd.
Yeah, the proposed changes, moving the planning board meeting to the fourth Wednesday of the month, as opposed to the, second Monday. That's more, the fourth Wednesday would be more in line with county's review coming back. And so the lag time between county review and then village planning board approval or denial, depending on whatever it may be, that lag time would be shorter. So that's what we're trying to achieve by that date change. And so I have a special meeting next Wednesday. If the county review comes in, I mean, obviously there's stuff that the county has and things have to be postponed, has to be postponed. But if the county review does come in and then you guys have a chance to look at it, we can meet on Wednesday. And then the village is proposing that subsequent planning board meetings will be that fourth Wednesday of the month.
Fourth Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay,
Day before the ZBA. ZBA is Thursday, planning board would be Wednesday.
yeah, the secretary is okay with that.
That's all important. Yes, thank you.
Anybody else have a conflict with that?
But I have no conflict with in general, with the fourth Wednesday of the month. I will not be able to make it on the 23rd. I'm out of town.
Okay,
You make sure you have a quorum.
It's possible that I may not be able to make that too. But I'll have to look at our travel schedule.
okay.
It does work for me. It's Ashley.
It does
Does
work?
Yes, it works.
And it works for me. This is Paula.
Okay. So going forward, in July, we're going to be looking then at the fourth Wednesday in July, which would be
28th.
28th.
Wednesdays are better for me. That's fine.
Okay,
Just to clarify, Don, you started out with having a special meeting to discuss origins. That's going to be 6:23?
yes, it is.
Okay, is that a Zoom meeting at 6:30?
Yes, that's if we have the information back from county planning. Or the origins application was sent to county planning, and Dan just said that if we have it back, we can meet. If we don't have it back, we can't meet.
It's only 9 days from now.
Well, I don't know, county planning meets what, Thursday night?
They should be meeting this week.
They meet Thursday, so they usually have their response back if they got it on their agenda, but I don't know if they got it on their agenda.
They were trying to do that. Whether they did or not, I don't know.
Origins is on the agenda because it met the deadline of being received. It's the one for ZBA that may or may not be on.
Okay. So we should be good then for the 23rd for planning.
Yep, when county review comes in, we'll send it out to everyone so you can look at it over the weekend.
Okay.
You
So
need
everybody-
you need a motion to set your regular meetings and reset them to the fourth Wednesday.
Okay, will one of the board members make a motion to reset the regular meeting to the fourth Wednesday of the month?
I'll motion. It's
Paula?
Paula.
Okay,
Second?
Either Jessica or I think we talked at the same time.
Okay, Ashley second. All in favor?
Aye.
you want to set a time?
It's 6:30 PM.
Motion 6:30, okay.
Any opposed?
Nope.
Been carried. Any other business? Being none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Now you're anxious to move.
I'm hungry.
Hungry, okay.
I'll second.
Second, Paula. All in
That was
favor?
Jessica.